Hello once again, witchy people. It is nearly Imbolc. So today is the 29th, I do believe, of January. And of course, Imbolc is any time between the 31st and the 2nd of February, depending on how you celebrate. So, and I was thinking about how different, obviously, this whole last year has been for many of us and how we celebrate and how we do things. And with Imbolc, or Imol, or Imbolc, or Imbolg, however anyone would like to say it. It's kind of like, for me, it's like almost like a new year. It's the birth of a year. It's when you start to see green shoots. Mother Nature kind of starts stirring. You can see her working now. So you get like the daffodils and the narcissi and winter flowers really coming out, shoots on everything. And it's a time when we really do feel like we are coming through winter. And because of that, and because we celebrate usually with lighting fires, it is a fire festival for many people. Like many other pagan Sabbats, it is also a liminal time. It's that time in between. So it's that time in between sort of like winter and spring, when winter is fading away and spring comes forward. And like I said, for the past year, definitely, obviously times have been quite difficult and we all practice in different ways anyway, but we've all been practicing, especially now, in different ways. For many of us, we can't get together with other people and celebrate how we used to. Not that I get together with other people very often anyway. So how am I going to celebrate this year? Well, because it is a liminal and a festival, and that time of fire festivities where you celebrate the beginning of something. Like I said, it is the birth of the year rather than a new year, I guess, sort of thing. Think of it as the birth of the year. So you celebrate with fire. Now, of course, many of us don't have the means to have huge bonfires or even a hearth fire in the house, but a candle will do. Simple candle. And because of that, fire divination is amazing for this time of year. Now, you can do that in several different ways. You can flame dance, which is where you try to manipulate flame with your energy. I don't advise that for anyone who's heat sensitive or isn't very good with flames or anything. Please don't do anything like that. But of course you can do a simple candle divination where you just stare into a candle flame or the reflection of a candle flame, and that can be reflected in water or reflected in a mirror, and you just see what pictures you see. And it's similar to like tea leaf reading, and as with tea leaf reading as well, I think it's not necessarily what generally a symbol means or an image means or symbolises to somebody. It's what it means to you. So for instance, if you saw a mouse, and you would see that as a warning that you should be shy or timid of something, or things like that. So if you interpret, it's how the symbols and how what you see makes you feel. And I think that's the best way to do any kind of tasseography, lithography, any kind of divination where you have to notice symbols. Do it the way you do it. So of course the other way to celebrate, now I am going to go into a little bit about how people leave offerings, because definitely and I know I've talked about this before, about how to get rid of offerings, and Drew, She Who Walks Between the Worlds, did an amazing video on how to get rid of stuff, leftover spell ingredients and that sort of thing. So when it comes to leaving offerings, the perfect offering you can do at this time of year is don't leave anything out. Don't make spell bottles or anything like that, because you don't want to harm creatures. Plants and seeds. Plants and seeds that you know are going to grow into things that birds can forage for, over the coming year. Flowers for the bees, that sort of thing. And I mean, if you do leave offerings, make offerings for birds. That's a good one. But be careful of where you are, because obviously if you've got birds that are beginning to lay eggs now, and fledglings that are coming out now, which some areas will have, it's best not to put food out for them. Young fledglings and young birds need to learn how to forage in the wild for themselves. Oh dear, I'm teaching my grandmother to suck eggs here, aren't I? So gathering herbs that if you can, so is a very good one. So anything to do with herbs, I find Imbolc is a very herb related festival, if you like. It's a very herb related Sabbath, and planting herb seeds definitely is a really good way of honouring the Sabbath, if you like. Some people like to honour St Bridget, and there is many ways, or the goddess Bridget, Saint Bridget. There are many ways that people do specifically with Bridget, is things like, I'm going back way back in olden times. It used to be that you would leave a set of clothes out for her. You would lay a place at the table for her and give her food. And in that way, she would come in and bless your household for the year. And you know, it was a very special time, and it should be now. Even though it's much more difficult to get things done now, because obviously we're all still in lockdown in some way or another. Sorry, you have to excuse me. I know I look a bit weird. I have just had my retinopathy test, so I've had eye drops in everything. I can't see a thing. I can't see a thing. It's brilliant. Yes, so we want to welcome, in the way that in the old days we used to welcome St Bridget into the home. We want to sort of encourage the spirit of growth into the home. That's the idea, I think, for me, for the Sabbath, is to welcome growth into the home. And that can be growth in many ways, because obviously things are growing outside, and that's kind of the similarity between the Sabbath and what's going on, because obviously all Sabbaths are seasonally related in some way or another. And I just thought I'd like to sort of like say how I'm going to do mine this year. And I will be planting seeds. I will be lighting a candle and doing some candle divination. Simple candle divination also is if you just sit and you ask questions to the candle, and first of all you ask, what is a yes answer, and see which way see how the candle flame reacts. And then say if this is a no, answer is no, or you ask a question that you know the answer is no to, and see how the flame reacts. And then you can do a simple yes-no divination with candle flame. But it is nice to light candles. I think the closest equivalent in the Christian calendar would be Candlemas. And Candlemas obviously is candle mass. It's a mass for candles, so for candlelight. And if you think about it that way, that's very much associated with how pagans would sort of like celebrate at this time of year, in the northern hemisphere anyway, by taking that spirit of growth and allowing that spirit of growth into your home and into yourself. So it's a good time as well to take up something new to learn, which, let's face it, we've all got time for. Well, many of us have got time. I'm not going to say we've all got time for, because some of us do have very busy and important jobs. Not me, but I know some people do. But so it's a good time of year to start thinking about things that you want to improve on, things that you want to grow in your life, and that can be learning something new. So there we go. I am a bit all over the place at the moment. This video was planned a week and a half ago. I am so way behind again. But anyway, I hope you are all incredibly well and keeping safe. And, you know, fingers crossed and touch wood. I am touching wood. Touch wood that, you know, we're all going to get our vaccinations soon. It's all going to work and we're going to get back to some kind of normality soon. Because I think this year it's been a bit odd because we all thought, oh, you know, say goodbye to 2020. 2021 is going to be so much better. You know, no more lockdowns, everything else. And it's basically been very much the same as what it has been. So I think it's, especially now we've sort of like gone through the pagan New Year of Samhain and obviously the New Year, January, getting through into the New Year. And now we're celebrating the birth of the year. I think now's a good time to sit and take stock and think about how you do want to grow and what you want to learn, and take up, and not necessarily a new hobby, but think about something that you would like to learn and something you'd like to know more about, and kind of get that feeling of growing yourself. And, you know, because we are still very much trying to get back to a new normal, which isn't happening yet. Hopefully we can, you know, use that as an opportunity to teach ourselves something and as an opportunity to grow ourselves. Anyway, I'm rambling again. I will be back as soon as I can. I have a few videos to make. I have an update to do. Oh, so much. But as I said, I hope you are all well, and I hope you are all staying safe and thinking about each other. Oh, that's my phone. Bye for now, witchy people.